Hey guys, and welcome back to another fishing video. We're back out on the Hawkesbury River today, back at Mooney. However, this time with a little twist. We brought the boat along with us this time, and we're going to be checking out some locally advised top fishing spots in the headland area near Brooklyn. Now, I've already hit one of these spots on the way in, and the current was so strong that it actually broke my anchor. And so unfortunately, I won't be able to harbour offshore in most of these spots where it's really good for fishing. I'll have to come into the beaches and the rocks and try and tie down somewhere to get the best view of these spots. So just keep that in mind, that all these spots that I'll be showing you, the best spots to fish are just offshore, where you can anchor out there in the deep water. Most of the beaches are really shallow right in. But anyway, we're still going to make the most of it, and I'm going to show you around some really cool spots here on the Hawkesbury. So the first spot that we'll be checking out is the deep end of Long Island. On the other side of this island is Brooklyn. We are on the left-hand side of the island in some potential deep water here. Now, I've not confirmed that, although the local advice again has said that this section is full of deep spots that can house fish, and we're going to put that to the test. And the current here is actually so strong, it has just broken my anchor, and so I'm finding it incredibly difficult to actually find a spot where the boat doesn't drift in towards the shore. It looks like I'm pretty convinced that I'm not going to be able to stay still enough without my anchor to drop here. And so for that reason, I'm going to move on from our first spot, which is the deep side of Long Island. Now, there are some people just over there behind me fishing, and it looks like it's pretty promising here. So if you've got an anchor and your anchor's not flimsy and doesn't break, then definitely come to this side of the island. But I'm going to head on now to the second spot, which is called Gunya Point. It's a little bit up and around the corner. Hopefully there's a spot there for me to tie onto anything along the shore, even a beach, and that would make it a lot easier. Anyway, so I'll see you guys then. So we've arrived at the second spot, which is Gunya Point, and the current here is much better. It's still present, so it's still pushing us around a little bit, but it's still there. This was locally advised on Fish Radar as a very good spot. And why is that? Well, the best spot to be here is just out there beyond the sand at the front of the beach. So the sand goes out, it's about ankle deep for about 20 to 30 meters there. And then there's a sudden drop off out there in that little bay that harbors fish. It's said to be a very popular spot as well. When I brought the boat in here, there are a couple of kayaks and another tinny just out there fishing, sort of not out in the river a bit, but just in the bay a little bit. So if you're going to come to Gunya Point, that I guess would be the best thing to do, is just anchor up just out there where the deep water is and chuck a few lines in. I'm out here on the beach. I did bring a beach rod. I don't think I'm going to get anything from the beach in this particular spot, but if you do happen to come here on the beach, you can get out to these points via the rocks. So now that we're all finished here at Gunya Point, I have to say this place is pretty promising. Even though we didn't reel anything in on this occasion, it's fairly promising. I got one decent bite while I was cast out there. That was good enough for me to say, yes, there's definitely fish here. That and the presence of a lot of other people when I arrived out there in the bay says that this place is promising. Most likely, I'm here at the wrong time. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of time on my side. I still have many spots to hit today, and so I reckon if you came here at the right time, at the right change of tide and the right time of day, you would be able to pull a pretty cool fish out of this little bay. Alright, so here we are at Juno Point, which is here behind me. We're out in the open water now, so just up in front of the boat is the headlands, the ocean is out there, and the current is surprisingly gentle, so there's no big waves, not that choppy. There is a beach just down there, but I'm not sure how easy it is to get into. There's some oyster farms out there, and I'm not sure about the shallows. I just left Gunya Beach. That was quite difficult to get the boat off, I must say. So I think I'm going to be able to chuck a couple of still lines here off the boat quite easily. Like I said, we're not actually being pushed that hard like before. And so I'm going to chuck a couple of lines out and just see what happens, and then if we start moving in close to the shore, then we'll move back out again and then potentially head off to our last stop, which is a place called Flint and Steel Beach. So our first line has just been pulled back in here with no bait at Juno Point. Now it looked like there was a nice bite on there, that may have been what took it, but the rod was in the rod holder, and so I wasn't holding it in my hands, but I can't tell for sure. Now, we've got one more spot to head to up towards the headlands that way a little bit more, and we're going to head over there now, and then we're going to head back to Darebin boat ramp with Jarrod and do some wharf fishing for the rest of the day, unless we feel like heading out again for a joyride on the boat. So we decided to cut it short and join Jarrod back here at Darebin boat ramp in Mooney Mooney. This is one of our favourite spots to come to. And so we'll be chilling around here for the rest of the day fishing, unless Jarrod wants to go for a joyride in the boat later. I may head down that way downstream, but we'll just see how it goes for now. So we're back at shore now with Jarrod in the usual spot. We've got these 2 lines out there just wedged in the rocks. This is normally where we fish, just here. That's where we fished last time we came here. So we'll be sitting here for the rest of the day. We might go out for a joyride on the boat later. But for now, we're just going to sit here and enjoy the nice weather and see if we can't reel anything in. Alright guys, we are just about ready to call it quits for the day. We've been here for around 12 hours from the first break of the sun in the morning, and now, as you can see behind me over there, the sun is just about set. Now, even though today was not that fruitful in terms of fish, we still went out and we had seen a lot of places that we wanted to see for a very long time out here on the Hawkesbury River. We also got some awesome shots, and most of all, we had a lot of fun out here as usual at Mooney Mooney. We'll be coming back here again, most likely doing dedicated videos on each of the spots that I checked out today. I took Jarrod back up to Gunya Point. He really liked it, and so I think we're set for making a video on that place, guys. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Again, I appreciate the support, and stay tuned for the next one, guys. Until then, stay safe.